with Anand Swamy, SVP and Global Head of Tech OEM Ecosystems at HCL. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, absolute pleasure. It's so nice to be back in person, loving the energy.
Absolutely. How's it been going so far?
Oh, wonderful. Love all the great announcements that we've kind of been hearing. And, it's really nice to be meeting people after a few years of doing all of this virtually.
Absolutely. It's been a long time, and we've been talking throughout today about digital transformation. And I know that digital transformation is something that's very important to HCL. So talk to me about what that means to you.
Sure. Nice question. And pandemic has changed the way we live, we work at scale, right? What we're seeing customers kind of really look at is try to achieve a few things. One, how can they be more agile? Second is, how can they be more secure? But more importantly, how can they drive innovation at scale, right? And when they do that, they're kind of going and looking at how they can kind of change their organizational structures and processes across multiple areas, whether it's digital foundation, digital applications, as well as digital process. I was looking at this interesting article, which is only 30% of digital programs are successful.
Wow.
Right? And we at HCL, what we try to do is to kind of bring in our learnings, bring in our knowledge, helping our customers across. How do you kind of, have the right goals? How do you have the right ROI, parameters? How do you prioritize it correctly, and help architect, scalable, secure solutions for them. It's a wonderful time to be in the industry because everybody is kind of looking at how to do this differently.
It's been a long conversation, especially over the last several years, and the environment has changed, like you said. So what are the conversations looking like with your customers? Let's say the top 2 or 3 concerns that they have. What would you say those would be?
They're all looking at, how can they do things better and different, right? They're all looking at driving, I would say, business outcomes and such as how do you do a better job of driving customer experience? How can they do a better job of being nimble in a way that they can respond to market factors, and therefore how can they kind of drive revenues and market share and gain market share, and it's very clear for us that organizations are going back and looking at how do they do certain things, how are they doing certain things now, and they know for a fact that they need to be clear about how they need to do it, for them to kind of achieve the business outcomes they have. We're having tremendous amount of conversations across cloud, multi-cloud, right? And this is going back to the ability to be agile and innovative across data transformation, embedded, augmented AI, most importantly, cybersecurity. In today's world, of distributed computing, distributed workspace, cybersecurity is becoming a big thing.
Yeah. So how do customers make sure that they're getting, you mentioned ROI earlier, how do we make sure that they're setting smart goals, that they're getting a return on their investment?
Good question again. I would say 3 things. I would say one, implement outcomes, where be clear about what you want to do. Don't only take a tech approach, right? Take a business-driven, outcome-driven approach. That's number one. Second is it all starts with the leadership and the culture that the leadership is kind of, driving within the organization. Third is have the right people at the right places. But most importantly for me, it's the culture, and it's okay to fail, but fail fast, learn, and move on. You spoke about smart choices, and that's where we over the last 12, 18 months, HCL has something called this Cloud Smart strategy, where we're kind of going in and talking to our customers around what's the right way to go about any of these digital transformation projects, right? If you really look at the numbers, 67% of organizations have upwards of 3 cloud, providers, work with 3 cloud providers, and 80 plus at least 2, right? So we are living in a very complicated, world of technology, and ability to kind of drive and make that complicated, aspects simpler to the organization is what is becoming important.
And I imagine HCI is helping us along with that journey?
Oh, absolutely, and that's our goal, right? Ability to kind of, ability to help our customers kind of think through the right way, and therefore, navigate the environment, whether it is multi-cloud, whether it is digital workplace, whether it's cybersecurity. And what we have done, and this is the interesting thing with Dell Technologies and HCL, we have a huge ecosystem together. We have upwards of about 150 customers that we work together, and our ability to kind of embed some of these great announcements that we've heard over the last couple of days, whether it is multi-cloud, whether it is Apex program, into what we do with our customers, is becoming critical.
Yeah. Anand, thank you so much. It has been incredible to see how HCL and Dell Technologies have been working together. It has been great having a conversation with you.